Automation, the car company tycoon game. On its surface, it's just another tycoon-style game that we've all seen before. You start a business of some sort, be it a theme park, a zoo, or in this case, a car company. You build the factory, you pick a year for the first line of cars to be produced, and then, well, you gotta design the cars, right? And you can design just about anything you please. There are no rules. I have a handful of examples of the kinds of things that have been made in automation. And of course, all credit goes to the incredibly skilled designers that made these vehicles and creations. So first on the chopping block from Portal Cat, we have the 1986 Midland Cirrus GT. A car that looks like something, from the late 80s. It's got all that boxy glory going on with it. But also at the same time, it has almost like a dystopian timeline kind of feel to it, where it looks like something you could see driving around, whether it be over in Europe or here in America, but it just seems a little bit different. There's something about it. I don't really know how to describe it beyond. It has almost like this dystopian, futuristic kind of feel to it. But I've always been a fan of Portal Cat's work. I love his front ends. I love the signature, like, sunken in look that he's managed to pull off. I've tried to do this myself, and I, for the life of me, can't figure out how to do it and make it actually, look good. And in typical Portal Cat fashion, it does have a absolutely amazing interior done. It's got all your wires in the windows for defrost and speakers and door cards and, like, just look at this thing and all of its beige glory. And if we hop over to fixtures, like, you can just see how many different individually placed parts go into just making floors and door panels and steering wheels and, like, the gauges and buttons and, like, look at this. It's absolutely incredible. And it's just gonna keep getting better from here because I have two more cars from him and, well, as you saw in that little teaser screenshot that I posted, I've got one thing that's not exactly a car. So we'll move on to the next one. I'm just going to kill two birds with one stone and feature both the car that has a name that's, like, French, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try, because I'll just embarrass myself. But it's a nice-looking convertible. Again, got the fully decked out interior. Obviously, this is all custom placed. Each, like, this whole curve, this whole arching piece here is all just, this is all 3D placed. This whole dashboard, all custom. Like, nothing there is a standard, like, fixture in the game that you can just plop in and have that same effect. But also, we have this, lovely lady over here. And this is one of the things that I'm using to really showcase that this game, while it's meant for making cars, with enough patience and enough time, placing objects in a 3D space, you can in fact create things like this. Now, it's worth noting that this model is, in its current state, broken. It's from an older version of the game. There's supposed to be a hood with ears. I've got a picture that I'll throw in here so you can see what it's supposed to look like, but this is what it looks like in game currently. And these things, I don't even know how they do it. Like, I've tried, and I have a couple more of these that I'll be showing a little bit later on from Skyline, and I cannot wrap my head around how people do this. But yeah, that's Portal Cat. So, I guess we shall move on to the next designer. Alright, and next up we have Skyline Fox. Now, if you're active in the automation community as a whole, you have probably heard that name before, and you have probably seen these creations before. He's absolutely insane. Like, 100% bona fide, masochistic insanity with the kinds of things that this man creates. Like, we get everything from just your regular looking work truck, which, again, this is all all custom. These are all custom boxes he's put in. The bodywork, the trim, everything placed in 3D. We've got another humanoid. I believe anthropomorphic would be the politically correct term for me to be using for both versions. And, of course, just these vehicles. They don't have much of an interior. I'm pretty sure that the point is just to kind of look the part, because I took a poke around inside them earlier, and there's not much in there. But the exterior is where these cars just really seem to shine and have the most impact. And like when I was poking around some of the things that he did, like there's a mod for motorcycles. And there's a whole ass motorcycle frame built in there that he used as a greeble effect. Like, the creativity of this man is beyond words. Well, I'm not sure what happened with this particular one, but yeah, there's supposed to be an engine, and loaded in just fine when I was messing around with them to make sure everything imported properly, but I guess that one decided to nope the fuck right out of there this time around. But yeah, this one with Skyline definitely demonstrates more of the creative freedoms and liberties that you can take when building in this game. And like I said, there's no rules. Like, there's nothing that says you can't do stuff like this. And I love seeing when people absolutely just push the boundaries of their creativity and of what the game itself is capable of. And Skyline Fox is one of the top examples of, fuck you, I do what I want. On to the next one. Alright, and lastly, for the community creators, we have Groovster. And what, in my mind, sets him apart from most other designers is he very rarely, if ever, uses mods. As far as I'm aware, I at least know for a fact with the semi-truck over here, everything is vanilla. It's all in-game assets with the exception of the rims for the truck. Everything else, 3D placed, one piece at a time, to scale, mind you. This is a scale version of a truck. Like, he had to move half of the fixtures over, like, I think it was like, what, like 5 centimeters or 5 inches or something like that to maintain the appropriate scale that this truck is supposed to have. Like, look at this thing. There is no body in automation that starts off like this. This is all 100% Groovster. And the attention to detail in this thing is absolutely absurd. It is still a work in progress. Life happened, work, and so on, and he's just not had time to work on it. But it's complete enough where you get the idea on what he's going for and what this thing is turning into. And I cannot wait to see the final product and be able to just look around at it and see, like, it's mind-boggling what this man is capable of doing. And the same can be said about the F van, as he calls it. He took the McLaren F1 and he turned it into a van. I don't really know what else to say beyond that. But, like, it is absolutely a McLaren with a van body. Like, if you've seen the F1, you know what you're looking at right here. And I love it. It's bonkers, it's weird, it's silly, it's something that shouldn't exist, but here it is, and it's one of my favorite things anyone has ever made in this game. And of course, I guess, when he was messing around with rear wheel steering and he decided to build himself a forklift, because what better thing to make with rear wheel steering than, well, a forklift. So, there you go. There's a few good examples of what automation is all about. So, to round this video off, I hope if nothing else you found these creations as incredible as I do. Let them inspire you to really push the boundaries of your creativity. Whether you're an experienced automation player or just looking to get started in the game, remember, it's okay to take some risks. Break some rules, have some fun, let your imagination run wild. Thank you for watching. I know this was a bit different than my usual style of video. If you liked it, let me know. Leave a comment, maybe hit like while you're down there. Consider subscribing. Anyway, talk to y'all next time.